Oh,
Go. Okay, so yeah, you are an employee, so the boss says, "Oh, I got this ambition." Privately, you say, "What an idiot!" This is really impractical.
I wouldn't say that, but I just didn't. I'd really, an honest assessment would have been that I don't think, how could he win? How could he be the president?
Right, and you, that was your personal speculation. You did not utter that to Frank. You did not say it out loud. You just acknowledged, just shook your head, "Oh, is that right?" kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you ever see any talk about that after that?
Not until much later.
Oh, when?
Well, when did he...
Oh, that's 91. That's 20 years later.
Yeah.
But so it never came up again, did it?
No.
But you must... Well,
it might have, but maybe I just didn't really notice because I had already heard him say it.
Yeah, you didn't notice that in the Jazz and Pop thing he has Tom Wilson running for president.
That was before that, wasn't it?
No, right about the same time, 68, 69 is.
Oh.
That's when he talked. That was.
Yeah, I'm sure I would have noticed that, but I don't know that I really thought, or maybe I would. Maybe I thought, well, that's more realistic. I think I could see Tom Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Or Frank.
Yeah, in your mind, it's more realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the time, if you saw that, that's right. So, it's interesting how Frank had a political agenda, and there was much in the popular culture. Do you remember the movie Wild in the Streets?
Yeah.
Which was about, the people under 30 take over America through some charismatic youth pop culture figure.
Right.
And a friend of mine, when he first saw Frank, a poster of Frank, probably the Absolutely Free poster in England maybe, he thought that Frank, in his youthful mind, was the Antichrist. Now, Wild in the Streets is about moving forward, youth people taking over. Now, Frank, he talked about in 67, 68 that he wanted the kids to register to vote and to vote intelligently and become media savvy. And he actually says in the Frank Kosky interview, "I want to mobilize youth as an important force to influence politics." All right?
Yeah.
He actually was acting out the Wild in the Streets scenario. And there is even a novel, I think, that came out at that time about a charismatic figure coming out of California, out of youth culture, and taking over.
Maybe.
Now, it's interesting that people picked up on that, but they might be surprised that Frank was planning to do it.
Yeah, I think they would be.
Yeah, and he stuck to it. That's why he said register to vote. He always kept that as a continuing theme.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't. Well.
Anyways, that was part of his concept.
Yep.
Was to do that.
Yep.
Jerry, what are you saying?
Time to quit.
Beg your pardon?
Time to quit.
Yeah, right. That's how the Zappa interview, my interview with Zappa ends. I go to Frank, "We're going to talk, we're never going to stop talking." And he goes, "Oh, yes, we are."
Right now.
And then he says, "Look at Jerry's foot, it's wiggling over there. He's all impatient, he's ready to stop." And then we all laugh, and I say, "Yeah, that's a good time to stop."
Yeah.
Okay, it's a good time to stop. So we stop. So Jerry triggered off that one, now he triggered off this one.
Well, not really, because I've been wanting to stop for a while here.
Okay, well, I'm glad you persisted, or stayed in with it. I'm glad that we got this point. In other words, if we had stopped when you really wanted to stop, we wouldn't have got to this presidential point, would we?
No, but I just don't think it's all that important, to be honest with you.
But yeah, it's important for those to know what was going on between you and Frank, and to elaborate on what Frank was saying. I mean, nobody knew Frank said that in 68.
Really?
Oh, no, nobody. They are all amazed that Frank wanted to run for president in the early 90s, and that was conceivable. People liked it, and it was a popular idea. But if they then find out Frank said he was going to do this in 68, they'd be impressed that he foresaw this in his life.
Yeah.
That's the significance of that. Isn't that significant, Jerry?
Well, it's a perfect example. To you, it's significant. To Calvin, it isn't. So it's up to the user's content.
Okay, well, can you break the tie?
I would say it's
matter to me. So.
Yeah, it's not a race.
Well, why would it matter? Why would it matter to Calvin? He's actually got more serious involvement with Zappa than we have, because he's going to go to court about it.
Well, not about whether he's going to.
No, but that's how involved he is. He's more involved than us with Frank.
Yeah.
That's the paradox. Can't get out of it. We can't escape the paradox of communication.
Yep.
Using words and art to express something that can't be expressed.
Right.
And that's always, to wrap it up, that's the conceptual continuity in your work, is the collage form showing you the messy situation we're in, which can't be put into order, and yet it has mysterious order implied in it.
Okay.
Can we end on that?
Sure.
What?
Sounds good.
Okay, do we want to continue more in the future?
Sure.
Okay, so you might eventually take this and put it out on your website or whatever you're going to do.
Well, you know, as I mentioned, I want to talk about this for a minute. The more I think about it, the less I want to actually do it as a interview.
Right.
I would like to, in fact, and again, I haven't really formulated my thoughts on this too far, but just in thinking about it, maybe take pieces of it and turn it into art.
You want to make a collaboration, so to speak?
Yeah, but I'm saying do it in some way that is more, that keeps it mysterious, rather than explaining everything.
Bring in the collage.
Yeah, put it into, you know, I mean, why not? Turn it into some part of a collage, and little pieces will materialize. And
like a lumpy gravy, if it's audio, but you might make it mixed media.
Yeah, it would definitely be mixed media. It would definitely be good.
Oh, that's good.
But the thing is, like I said, I've only just started thinking about this, so I haven't really. But just what comes to mind is, well, first of all, limited by if you do something on the internet, it'd be limited by what's possible to do at this point, which is very fairly limited for sound and video. But
right.
Maybe it could be a combination of some text files, you know, that would still be kind of mysterious. Maybe like a dialogue, but not a straightforward interview dialogue, but maybe just pieces, you know.
Well, that's great. That's what we're doing. I mean, I'm making a CD-ROM with a lot of the 50 hours that we got with Frank, with Jerry that we've been doing. But are you so?
I'm not saying I don't want you to use any of this. I do, but I'm going to say I do want to be able to have some control over what is used.
Oh, that's no problem.
Yeah, but I also want to. The thing that I'm thinking of doing with it at this point would be to just take little pieces of it and try and do something interesting with it that would be part of some other thing, you know.
Right. No, that's it. See, the thing is with Jerry, he interviewed me interacting with a lot of people that nobody knows, and that's what we'll use.
Right.
But we won't use the Tommy Mars or Cal Schenkel known entities without their permission, and then they can use it whatever they want to do.
Right.
So the thing is we will continue taping me asking these ridiculous questions and talking to create material to use.
Sure. You're going back to New York, though, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't know how we're going to do it. Can you do a conference call on this Free Friday stuff?
I think so.
If you can, we can do it. Or do we need? We don't need Jerry. We need Jerry to tape it.
He can tape it.
Can you tape it, Calvin?
I can tape it too.
Well, give me your phone number and we'll do dialogue.
I got it right there. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. So
actually, let me give you my new number because you can remember it. It's 500-635 Ralph.
When do you do that?
The new number?
Yeah, is that this number? The free number?
Well, I have it now. No, but I can call you back. Actually,
here, let me give you my number.
Yeah, let me get your number.
Yeah. So you ready?
In fact, I want to. You gave me your address.